Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, or this morning actually, we are going to do a walk here at Cerro Cristal here in Aruba. Now I'm walking through what we call a arroyo, which I've looked up the word for it oftentimes and I cannot really know like what's the actual word that's being used in English, so the translation for it. Now I think I cannot continue on to this part, but it has been raining a little bit in Aruba lately, so we can see some standing water here and there. Now if you have been watching my Cristal series, I believe that this is the plant that I ate on Klein Cristal. It certainly looks like the same one. Now this walk, this hike this morning, we are heading up the Cerro Cristal, which should take us about 20 to 30 minutes more or less. I do hope so. And I have been like doing walk videos lately, so this is the first one after quite a long time, actually quite a few weeks. And we are in December, so there is some rain, some standing water, some rain here and there. And I've been meaning to do this walk actually for the last couple of days, but it's been raining on and off, and sometimes torrential rain, so it pours down pretty good at times. One of the other things that I wanted to mention is that I've had some issues with my GoPro lately, with my new GoPro, the GoPro 10. And if you have bought one yourself, try not to update to the firmware, the 1.16. That's the one that's giving a lot of people problems. So yeah, it's one of the problems it's giving me is that throughout the last month, it has given me some problems with the memory card. So I have two brand new memory cards for the GoPro, and yeah, it's not reading them, and it's giving me some SD card errors. And that's a serious bummer because I've lost footage that I was going to share with you guys. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll be editing videos that I took on yet another travel that I've had. If you are following me on my Instagram, you know that I've been away for a couple of weeks, and that's the reason why. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear them. Lots of chickens here. Wow. Okay. They're awake. So this is the typical urban house that's here on the road to Cerro Cristal, which is the one right in front of us. We'll be heading way up there somewhere. but the route is on our right first. So yeah, as I was saying, I've been traveling a little bit, and I don't know if I don't know if the footage is going to be like any good. Hopefully it will be. And I had to refer back to my old GoPro, the GoPro 7. That's still a workhorse for me, still does the job. And yeah, thank goodness for that I was able to save some, you know, like some videos of my travels. Otherwise it would have been like filming with my phone, which is possible, but just not in all of circumstances is that too practical. I'm hoping that I'm trying out the new, not the new firmware, but certainly the new, so I had to refer back to the original settings of the GoPro 10 in hopes that this video will do well. So it won't give me the error that the previous firmware update that was supposed to be better, but in this case it was worse. And no news yet from GoPro. Maybe by the time you see this going up, you can see I haven't exercised all that much. So by the time you see this video, maybe there is a firmware update. Now, if you don't have a GoPro at all, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. It's beautiful here. I chose the morning time because I think it's the most beautiful time to be walking here. Whew. So let's go a little bit for the walk. I'll be quiet for a bit to catch my breath. And we can see the Hooiberg, the haystack hill there in the distance. Now this Cerro Cristal is situated more or less on the road from, say, from, how would I say it, from Paradeira, the Church of Paradeira, the Catholic church that you can see on top of the hill. So that road heading to more or less where the natural bridge used to be. So the Matividiri area and the Bushiribana gold mill, which is situated somewhere back here. Cannot see it yet. And also, as you can see, whew, you can drive up here. You can drive up here, yeah. see. So yeah, so you cannot see the Bushiri bottom from here, the gold mill, but there is the ranch. I do believe that's the ostrich ranch, or ostrich farm, I think they call it. And also, as you can see, we are a pretty good ways up, and that would be the road. So this one over here somewhere would be the road leading up to the natural bridge. We still have a way to go to get up to this hill, and at the end of it we'll get a view of what would it be, like Paradera more or less, and also what's the name I'm looking for, oh boy, I forgot it. The Tanque de Paradera, Yaburibari, I think it's called. Yeah, that area is going to be like clearly visible. There are also some hiking trails that, depending on how you do it, but they are starting from here and leading up to or ending up at the north coast. So you can hike, you can continue, you can start and continue your hike to the Aruban north coast from this hill also. Ooh, I'm tired this morning. Now the Aruban landscape, as you can see, when it's like the dry season, obviously most everything is dry except the cactus. And then right now it's been raining on and off, especially here. It rains especially in the evening or early morning. That's quite usual to see that. And normally you don't see a whole lot of flowers. So the flowers that you do see or you do catch are usually like very small flowers. And here we can start seeing other parts of the north coast. So this one goes all the way back down, and I doubt you guys can really see it, but I see like pouring rain back there out at sea. That's a pretty good pouring rain. I hope it doesn't come this way because I'm not prepared, and there's certainly nowhere to hide over here. Now, if you want to do a very basic hike, this is definitely one of them. And by the way, this is one of the trails that, so on this side you can start some other trails that lead to the other side. So in the late afternoon, as I've mentioned in other videos, this is one of those places that people also come to do exercise, to walk, and just to be out in nature, you know, like, but in the morning, and today is a weekday, so in the morning usually you don't find a lot of people here, so you'll have it almost entirely to yourself, and just it's not like in the sunset is not nice, because the sunset over here is very, very, very nice also, but I do recommend coming early in the morning. And sometimes I hear or I read people saying like things like, yeah, but they said it never rains in Aruba. Well, that's not true, first of all. That's so not true. I think that's misleading. Now, what we don't have is usually like long days or continuous days of rain. When it does rain on Aruba, usually, very, very usually, it's like a 5 to maybe 15-minute downpour. Sometimes it rains really, really hard. Actually, a lot of times when it rains here, it pours, but then in 5 to 15 minutes, I wouldn't even say 10, maybe 15, it stops, and usually the sun comes back out, or it simply stops, and usually it becomes actually quite pleasant. And for us as locals, when we see these, you know, like the nature starts getting a little bit more green and green, it's certainly a good feeling for us, because most of the year it's very, very dry to the point where you ask yourself, are the plants going to, the trees are going to make it to the next like rainy season, if you could call it that. Got quite a few aloes here. And I do want to point out this one. I think I've shown it before. This plant is called bringamosa, and it happens to be that it's right here. I don't know the translation for it, but I'll put the name maybe on here. And one good thing is that it is right next to the aloe, because if you do happen to pass by one of these bringamosa, it can itch you pretty bad, pretty bad. And as you can see over here, there are more and more of them. You know, small ones. Sometimes you don't see them. Now, why the aloe? Well, it's because you can look for one, cut a piece out, and apply it to the, like, to your skin where it's itching, and that will help the itching, and it will actually relieve it entirely, to the point that maybe in a minute or two you are not feeling anything anymore. It's that good. We are getting more and more to the top of the hill. I have noticed lately they have like a road here. I'm not sure where it's leading up to, but I'm gonna stick to the usual road, so you know, if you come here, you know where to go. So let me know how this video is coming out. This new GoPro certainly has had its moments. I used it throughout my Cristal series, but it's especially to film that, and it actually did a fantastic job in Cristal, as you saw. Like, I used it for like maybe 99% of the clips, except the drone shots, of course, except the underwater footage that you may have seen. That was filmed with a old GoPro, and very few shots with my phone. So I do film with anything I have almost. But the last month it's been very naughty, and I don't know if Santa Claus will bring any any gifts for it. Now, what's this? They have a way of saying, like, if you don't know what it is in Aruba, don't touch it. And the reason being, you never know. It could be like poisonous. Is it poisonous, or is it what's the word I'm looking for? So yeah, it could be like you have reactions to it, your skin, and certainly don't be eating anything weird, you know. And once you do touch them, certainly don't touch your eyes, because even if they're not too bad, you know, they could still be like bad to your eyes. So we have reached we've reached the top of the Cerro Cristal, and right now we're looking at the north side of the island. Let me stand up here maybe to get a little bit of a better angle. So yeah, maybe now you can see it, that there is some rain, pretty good downpour out at sea. And I'm going to go over here for just a bit to show you guys something. So as you can see, there's a ranch back there with some horses, and like I do believe this one is an Airbnb. I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe this one is an Airbnb. It has a swimming pool right here, and it looks really cool to be spending like 2 nights maybe there, and maybe doing your hiking down here. What you do see is the water tank that I referred to previously, which is the Paradera, and this area is the Yaburi Pari, and the Alto Vista one is right here, and you can see the high-rise hotels over here, and then the low-rise are behind that hill. We're gonna go on the other side now. I certainly want to thank you for hanging in there. Some people have worried that I've not been posting all that much lately, and they thought like something happened to me. That's very kind of you to think that, to ask what's going on. But no, nothing's really going on. I'm just busy, and the schedule and the traveling just didn't make it possible for me to be posting as often as I would have liked to. And now, so this Cerro Cristal, I've looked for some information about it, but unfortunately the information that I got was not very like 100% sure, so I prefer to not talk about the actual grounds. But I do know that we used to find a lot of crystal stones over here, and they've been like looted, if you could put it that way, over the years. So right now it's almost rare to see crystal stones. I haven't seen one coming up, believe it or not, and that's pretty unfortunate. But I do not have the information as to exactly why that is. Now, what you see in front of you right now is Oranjestad, and today we have 2 cruise ships in port. Now in December there are more and more cruise ships coming to Aruba, and that's pretty good news, even though they are not full capacity yet. But it certainly helps the businesses that are situated at the downtown. And let me continue turning just for the sake of it. We are close to the end of this video, and that's the Hooiberg again, with also parts of the airport. You can see like the tower, the control tower, and the what's that, the Hyatt, I blanked again, the Hyatt at the airport. It's not the Hyatt Regency in any case, Hyatt Place, I do believe it is. And yeah, so guys, I want to thank you for watching this one and hanging in there. Now I am planning to do so I have to walk back down, and I'm planning to switch the cameras. I'm going to use the old GoPro, and I'm going to film this walk without any talk in it. If you are interested, if I get like 3 comments that you guys are interested in this same walk but without me talking, let me know, and I will post that video shortly after, so you guys can have that one. I know some people like these type of walks, especially here in nature, that they could just pretend that they are walking here instead of me walking with you guys. I have no problem, I'm not offended. I like those too. I like to watch walk videos too, and sometimes I do like the commentary, and some days I prefer no commentary. So I totally get it. So if you're interested, put it in the comments. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you any longer in this one. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and see you next time. Bye bye guys.